everyone and welcome to today's video. I'm Ruth, and as we know, it's the International Adolescence Health Week. In this video, we'll be discussing the experiences and perspective of teenagers in puberty, identity, and growing up. Now, adolescence is a crucial time in a person's life, filled with many changes and challenges. Puberty, in particular, can be a confusing and overwhelming experience for many teenagers as their bodies undergo significant physical changes. But puberty is just one part of the complex process of growing up. Adolescents are also navigating their identities, trying to find out who they are and where they fit in the world. They are exploring their interests and passions and developing new relationships and learning how to navigate the challenges of adulthood. Now, in this video, we'll hear from real teenagers about their experiences growing up and navigating adolescence. They will share their perspective on what it's like to go through puberty and how they are dealing with the changes in their bodies and the challenges they face as they try to navigate and find their place in the world. Okay, so Nuru, let us know, how has puberty been for you?
Thank you. As we all know, puberty is a phase of rapid growth, whereby adolescents or teen experience a reproductive maturity. And we all know there are different ages when puberty starts. For a lady, I think it's from 9 to 13, guy from 7 to 15. And there is this thing, we also know it's associated with emotional changes, physical changes, and also for things. For every child brain, there is this hormone called the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus, there is gonadotropin. Gonadotropin. That it goes to the pituitary gland also. So as for man also, there are different types of changes. Is it the body, the identity, your voice, and some changes in your body, some hair in some parts, your scrotum, your testes, your penis also. It's changes, everything enlarges. So that's what I know for for a man.
Nice. So from everything Nura said, what we are able to figure out is that there are a lot of physical changes for the boys during puberty. So Mide, let's hear from you. How's puberty been for you?
For me, it's a very, very funny process. Because let me just start from menstruation. When I saw my menstruation for the first time, I was like, what's this? So I had to just wait, like, let my mom wake up, let me tell her, oh, what's this Lord? Like, did I enjoy myself when I was sleeping? And secondly was, the breast will begin to develop. So I'm like, what's this? I just was feeling, what's this? Stuff like, so.
Yeah, I could remember when I began, the entire puberty process. When the breasts were beginning to develop, sometimes I was feeling so self-conscious. Like, I'll not be covering up. Like, when boys are, when I'm in the midst of boys, I'm still looking for a way to cover up my leg because I was feeling self-conscious that something is coming out of my chest. Okay, so Vivian, what do you think? How has puberty been for you?
Well, to me, puberty is just like a journey, like having that constant development. Although my puberty was rapid, I have that rapid growth. Like when it comes to breast enlargement, like I don't know. The first day I started having that, I was feeling a bit pain in my chest, and I'm like, Mommy, what's going on? Am I having a heart attack or something like that? I have to ask her that thing. No, she was like, you have to be protecting now. You're already growing. I was trying to get myself then, and then the first time I saw the blood on my shirt, I thought I sat on it, like the chair was sitting. I have to look at it. So I don't know. So I have to tell my mommy that okay, I was there having breast. So she had to explain to me what it actually was, like my message and how I'm going to go about it, like wearing the pad and all that. So it gave me a peace of mind, like okay, so I'm growing. I have to be conscious of myself. I wouldn't allow some things in me again, like people touching me anyhow and all that. And when I got to know that I can actually get pregnant at that stage, I have to be like, no, I don't want to be a young mother. Like, I don't want to be a young mother yet. I still have a lot of life. So all these things, I have to preserve myself.
Yeah. So from everything we've heard so far, one thing we can, pick out of it is that we were not aware of what was going on as at when it started happening, before it started happening. Right? We didn't have basic knowledge of the changes that are going on in our bodies. Vivian was she sat on her nail. That was still very funny. So we're still trying to figure out everything that was happening. So I think it would have helped with the whole anxiety thing if our parents probably gave us that basic knowledge that this is what you would go through, and this is how it would look like, and this is what would happen, and this is why it is going to happen. All of that would have helped in a way. Let's just establish the fact that some parents can be unapproachable at times.
Well,
that's why most children are not free with their parents. Some parents are something like there was this one time. Okay, personal story. Yeah. There was this one time. So it was at church. We had like our headquarters and stuff. So we were all in children class. And then we were, it was, I think it was Valentine's season, so everyone was like, I was like 7, 8, 9, it was very small. So it was Valentine's season, and then our pastor's wife was like, oh, how many of you brought gifts to exchange and stuff like that. And then this boy, Wisdom, he was my friend though, I was 7, so he brought like this, this sweet, it's very popular, like these two sweets that wrapped together, and then like this gold, yeah. So he brought it, and then they gave it to me, and he was like, happy Valentine. And he bent my cheek, guy. Like my head went, I was like, why is my heart beating fast? What's wrong with me? I'm not feeling well. And then when I went inside, when I went to be my mom in the big church, I was like, Mommy, something is happening. So I explained everything to her. She was like, you will get out with you. So the boy is making you in charge. I was like, it's not my fault. Do you understand? So that kind of scenario. So parents are just very unapproachable. So most times it's hard for children to discuss kind of things with them. That's why it's important that they are taught both at school and at home.
Exactly.
That's very important. So moving on. So far we've been discussing about the physical changes that we go through during puberty. But one very important part that we don't talk about most times is the emotional, the psychological changes that begins us to all of the mood swings, all of the identity changes, and all of that. So I'll start from Samuel. How did you deal with all of the identity crisis, if you had any, and the behavioral changes?
Okay. To me, I would say puberty is a very crucial and intense stage. To me, I would say it's like moving into a new world. You're moving from an environment to another environment, because not just the physical changes, also mentally. That is when low self-esteem comes in and high self-esteem comes in. So to me it was really got to a time that I was depressed, feeling lonely and stuff like that, but those times were not really easy. So that is also why I just want to say, in times like that, what you should note is that it's normal. It's normal to feel low self-esteem, but what you should do is that have someone to talk to, either a friend or a mentor to talk to get out of the depression.
So, Mide, how was your emotional change thing for you too?
Emotional change, when I was young, I had more friends. People I played with, but when I was growing up, I stopped keeping friends.
Why?
Because I'm this type of person that.
You stop keeping friends. Are you real friends or real friends?
Because I don't know how to.
Which one has the higher percentage? Is it
just like
because don't you come from
Say girls.
Because conversations, I don't like it.
Maybe she's a shy type or something like that.
Were you shy?
No.
That's like on phone, maybe when we are chatting. I'm a very, very good person.
Oh, it happened with me too. Like when I was younger, I was having a lot of friends. I think mine actually, it became that way because I suffered low self-esteem. Yes, I did. When I got to senior school, I was going faster than most of my mates. We were all in the same class, and whenever we stand, I was the only one with dressed and big boots, and they're looking at me like, "Are you sure this is your class? Do you understand?"
For your age.
Exactly. And so I was constantly getting bullied by my classmates. They would be like, and all those kind of names and stuff. And today we were just catching cruise, but to me, guy, I was feeling down. I was so sad. I lost, any will about even want to talk to anyone or have any form of social interaction. It was crazy.
It doesn't mention your age also. You may see a girl of 15-year-old, you'll be like, are you 18?
Exactly, I hate it.
But then I hear that even what people say to you matters. It's going to matter to you. And you start feeling depressed.
I suggest that adolescents shouldn't just be mentored about puberty. All these things, all these occurrences, they should be mentored about.
They should let them because at this age, I'm big.
They should let them know that it's a normal thing. It's a normal thing. No matter how bullied you are, it's a normal thing.
It's a normal
Not
thing.
just teaching about puberty.
That was back then.
At least
It's a normal thing.
Yeah,
I think
it's a normal thing.
I think that is one thing that we should all take from this video. It is a normal thing.
Yeah.
At that age, it's expected that you feel, low sometimes,
Bullied,
experience low self-esteem. People will say a lot of things.
It's just like a
Sometimes you don't even need to get bullied for you to experience low self-esteem. Like, it just happens sometimes. You just feel low. We call it mood swings, right?
Yeah.
You just feel low and sad and depressed for absolutely no reason. It's a normal thing, but I think it's important that when that happens, you don't stay in that space, right? You could get a hobby that will, constantly try to help you get your mind off what you're thinking. You could, look for something, whatever it is, to get your mind out of that space.
Well, for like me, biscuits works for me. Like anytime I'm having that mood swing, I like eating a lot.
Comfort food,
I like eating a lot.
And music, we just said music.
just get to some.
Guys, this has been a very exciting conversation. And we obviously learned a lot. But Nuru, what is your final message for adolescents out there that are going through this scary stage of their lives?
My final message for the adolescents out there is when you get to this stage or this kind of stage, you should be free with your parents, your caregiver, or your guardian, because this stage is a very crucial stage, and you should know when to abstain from some things so that not to danger your life or put your life in danger.
Thank you very much. Vivian, what do you think?
Well, to me, I believe most adolescents, this is their confused stage. They don't know what to do, where to go, who to talk to. So this time, I believe that they have to have that person that they're close to, like their parents, it could be their guardians, it could be their older friends, their brothers. Having them to guide them, talking things about them, and they should not just hide what is going on in their heart. This is the right time to speak out. This is the right time to speak out whatever is bothering you to your older people, adults and all that.
Amazing stuff. Samuel, what do you think?
My final message to adolescents out there is that puberty signs are normal. Yeah, the stages, all the changes and everything you undergo are normal. What I would just say is that don't be shy. Just open up to your parents, your teachers to ask questions, because this is a time you need to ask questions on how to take care of yourself. And I also want to say, be responsible. This is a time you need to just take out time to take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, you won't properly go through this stage. And again, I also want to say infatuation is normal. Having crushes is normal. Even while I was in secondary school, my stages, junior secondary, I had feeling for so many girls, but I just feel that it's normal. So just be responsible and take care of yourself. Thank you.
Yeah, that's one message. Be responsible. Mide, what message do you have?
My message is speak out. Always speak out. No matter the situation, the condition you are, you need to speak out.
That's really nice. Teenagehood is scary. It's exciting. It's fun. It can be very sad at times. It's a lot of emotions, into one big scary circle that we have to navigate to become better or worse people in the future, depending on the kind of decisions that we make. From the physical changes that Nuru spoke about, to the confusion that Vivian emphasized on, to the making informed or uninformed decisions that Samuel just spoke about, and to the fear of the unknown that Mide emphasized. These are all things that would, experience during this stage of our lives. It's normal for us to have butterflies in our tummy when we are,
it's normal, yeah.
when we are in contact with the opposite sex and all of that. But it is important that we understand that we need to, have the right information and make informed decisions so as to build a healthy and inclusive life for our adolescents and even a better future. Thank you very much.